Hey everybody, Miss Liemer-Kelly. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Friday feels like any other day these days, but it's still Friday, which means that you have a few days off from this crazy online learning that we've all been doing. I'm going to walk you through what's due next week, which is your 3 selected works for your Google Slides presentation show. It's the final one. It's a little bit less, believe it or not, than what we did last for our midterm, because the AP is only requiring 3 selected works, modifying their test. So I modified everybody's portfolio, even though most of you do have 5 works. So you will pick your 3 best pieces, and everybody has in their drive, you have a shared slide presentation. Your name is on it and it says final portfolio, and I have access to all of them, so I am shared on it. All you have to do is fill in the blanks. So this is what we're doing this week. This week for next Friday, a week from today, your 3 selected works with the descriptions, materials, and sizes are due next Friday, and that's for a grade. You already did this. It's in your midterm portfolios. You can copy and paste if you want to. I had to set it up so it was similar to the AP, which helps the people who are doing the AP work. So let's get started. I'm just going to use Elisa's for an example. Here we have our setup. We have, I think, 14 slides. We are working on the first 3 this week. So you are going to, for selected piece number 1, you are going to go to Insert, you'll go to Image, Upload from your computer or your drive, if you have access to your drive, or you put it on your desktop. If you need me to walk you through this personally, we can do it together. I do have access to the shared drive, so I can help you out with that if you need that. I'm just going to grab any pic. All right, there's a portrait I did years ago. I shared that with you. You take it, you place it there, and as long as it fits in this thing, you're good. And then you're going to put in your measurements, and this one is 18, and you can get rid of my fancy dashes, and 24, and the medium is oil paint. And then you talk about your process. And in this process, I could write experimenting with glazing techniques and oil painting using my self-portrait as a subject matter. If you didn't have, if it was just a painting and you weren't experimenting with anything in particular, you can just write, use oil painting with my self-portrait. And that's it. And you're going to do it for a different piece for this, that. If you have a title, you can add the title in here, and that might, for AP people, sometimes they have little descriptors that you can do. Remember that this can only be 100 characters. This font's a little bit big. You might not fit 100 characters in here. I might have to go into Word and double check, but the 100 characters is really for the AP people. Okay, so if you're not taking the AP, you don't have to listen anymore. I'm just gonna delete what I did for Elise here. What I'll just do is duplicate this slide. We'll delete this one. Well, actually, I can do this after. Okay, let's talk about the AP submission. So most of you, it's very simple. Your username is and Elise, I'll walk you through with your portfolio again since you're A. You do your first initial, your last name. Remember, I see it in live time as you upload, when you upload. So I need you to finish the 3 selected pieces this week. So what you're doing for your Google slide, you're just duplicating the work on here. The password is very simple for everybody. Capital BALDWIN exclamation point 11510. So if you haven't done that, you can do that. You have until the day of the exam to opt out or opt in. So those people who are on the fence, it's okay. It is college credit if you get it, if you get a 3 or above, and that's thousands of dollars. So, before you opt out, think about it. You have time. You've done most of the work by now. You have very little work left to do because of the modifications of the portfolio. So this is your portfolio. You can go and you can read it. I have those videos, which you should take a look at. I know some of them are dry. You don't have to look at them all at once. You have your sustained investigation, and this is where you upload files. You have your height, your width. You have selected works. Back to the sustained investigation. This is your written evidence, which we will be working on in 2 weeks. And we'll talk about your questions. I have your basic question, and I'm going to edit them this coming week so that we can work on them together. We'll probably have to have conferences to do that, but we'll figure that out going forward. So very simple for selected works. Most of you have dealt with things like slide room. You simply go to upload file, you find a picture of your liking, you click on it. Now, if it tells you your file is too big, you can go to a site called Photopea. And I'm just going to pretend that that file was too big, and you're going to do open from your computer, and then you will take your image. And when you do this, you have to make sure that you go to image size, and I'll give you the image size. This one doesn't tell you how big or small, but it should be the biggest number, whether it's width or height, should be 780 in pixels. Okay, and as long as this link is on, it won't stretch them out different. And then you hit OK, and you should be fine. Like I just made mine a little bit bigger. Mine was big. So 780 is the magic number. Okay, whether it's the height or the width. And then when you save it, you can export it as a JPEG. Okay, don't do it as a Photoshop PSD document. You want to do it as a PNG or a JPEG. I don't believe they can see the PSD on this things. And then you will put in here your height. In this case, it's 18 inches, and then your width. And then you have to talk about your idea. So again, if this is related to my sustained investigation, which it's not, this is my selected work. So my idea was a study of self-portraiture using hometown references to to solve negative space issues. You don't have to write all that. Self-portrait is fine. This is what it is. And then your materials, oil paint. And then your process is, you can talk about your process, like worked on various studies leading up to a final painting. Not leaning, leading. And oil painting. And you could talk about how we worked with smaller studies on cardboard. I'm not going to do all that right now. So when you upload another file, just grabbing stuff off my computer, and you write your stuff. So now if you need for these two to change, say you want this one, and this goes for sustained investigation as well. Order is a big deal. All you have to do is renumber it. So you put 1 there and 2 there, and then you save your changes and they swap. So that's really important. If you want to delete it, I believe is this the red? Okay, hit OK. My internet is not so slow. Yes, you delete that image. If you want to delete this image, delete that image. And then you just hit save changes and you're good. So if you have any questions, I know Kayla Williams was saying she was having problems with the process part of it. If you have any problems with this stuff, let me know. The site can be glitchy, but we'll get through it. All right, that's all I got right now. So finish that for next week, and I'm out of here. Happy Friday.